Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Manchester United Liverpool show. So please keep all your questions, comments, Manchester United and Liverpool related. Saint is running late. Hopefully he gets here, people, but the show must go on. I'm sure he will. I spoke to him earlier, but I've not heard from him in a strong minute. But hopefully Saint joins. But like I stated, you lot get your questions and comments in. Just please keep them Manchester United or Liverpool related. Let's bump up the likes already. Just under 40 of you lot in here as well. Big up Casually FC for the raid also. So let's bump up the likes. We're in double figures already. Let's get up to 30 likes, people. Like check 1212. Let's get up to 30 likes. Please share this across all the socials. Make sure you're following Sarcasm City TV. It's at Sarcasm City TV on all the socials. Retweet, like on the Twitter, share from the Instagram. And on top of those two things, make sure you subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell, people. Like I said, get your questions in. Of course, if you super chat, I'll get straight to it as well. But I will start all of the best questions. Big up to Play Simple. Big up to Yoza says, hey, Flawless. Now, there's no sidekicks on here. You know what I'm saying? No sidekicks. Saint is the regular host of the co-host of the show. So yeah, we don't do sidekicks or bridesmaids. Everyone here is number one. You know what I'm saying? Everyone here is a number one option. Everybody's an all-star. Everybody's a world-class player and Ryan. So yeah, man. No sidekicks on the channel. United for Life says yes, people. Big up to Flawless and everyone here. Big up Black Diamond running jokes about Chelsea. You lot, if you got questions about Chelsea, I answer any questions about Chelsea as well. Just because. Big up to Flawless says Warrior Dre as well. Big up Malcolm, I see you. Big up to Jack as well, who says big up Flawless, and make sure you go subscribe to Casually FC as well. How we not have 30 likes and there's over 40 of you lot in it? Let's get up to 30 likes. Let's get up what we doing. Let's get up to 30 likes. What's going on? What we doing? What we doing? Now, like I said, get your questions in. Keep it Manchester United, Liverpool related in regards to Manchester United as well. I'll start with, I spoke on it earlier with Ivorian, but I know I'm going to speak on it and get asked questions about it again anyway, in regards to Manchester United's poor away form against Brighton, which it is. Malcolm said, don't answer Chelsea questions, man. Let the club speak for itself. Now, I'll answer any Chelsea questions, man. It's for the people. It's for the people. That's what it is. Like, you are just slandering Chelsea. So, yes, I'll include that. If you have any questions about Chelsea, feel free. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I get what you're saying, yo. So I was just making it clear. Like, I know it wasn't from you, but if others would have seen that. But I hear you. I know you didn't mean you didn't mean it rudely. It's more so for others, not you. I know you well enough. You know what I'm saying? Assad says, hey, Flawless, we got clapped. Are you surprised? That's the biggest thing. All right, I'll start there with the Chelsea thing. Why are Chelsea fans mad? Why have I seen Chelsea fans, whether it's on Casually FC, whether it's in spaces, whether it's on social media, Twitter or Instagram, why are Chelsea fans mad? Did they expect to win or something? Did they expect something better? Like, is that what it is? Someone tell me. Because I said Chelsea were gonna lose. I called the game. I should have put money on it. I said Chelsea 3-1. Man said it's the rivalry, isn't it? I hear that. But there comes a point where, Marshall, even with the rivalry, you just say we're just bad. We don't have a prayer. Like, what are we doing? Like, Marshall, I didn't see you like shouting about it or being mad about it. Like, we all know Chelsea are not a good side. That's why when people talking about Chelsea winning the game, I said, based off of what? What have you seen previously to make you think that Chelsea were going to beat Arsenal? Somebody tell me that. Like, people were predicting Chelsea to get a win. I was like, why? Yes, Arsenal haven't been good. But even a not good Arsenal recently are a much, much, much better side than that Chelsea are 12. Some people realize that. Yeah, Marshall, you're right. Some of the players are just shocking, though. But you lot knew this before that game. Sterling and Kovacic, I'd watched previously, and they were bad. All right, maybe they was worse today, but they've been playing poor. So what is it? Is it because it's Arsenal? Like, is that what it is? I told you you'd score, though, C1. I did say that. When Ahmed was like, oh, you trolling, and I'm going to remind him of that. I said 3-1. I said Chelsea would score. Like, what are we doing? United for Life says, I thought United last season with 56 points was bad, but now looking at Chelsea, I changed my mind. Still at 39 points and still trying to hit 40 for the last 2 months. I hear you. Any other questions you lot get feel free to get him. Cause I don't think Saint is gonna pull up. So my apologies there, but I know he'll be back next week. Shout out to my guy Saint every single time as well. Raheem Sterling. All right, let's get into it. I see Raheem Sterling. Has he played poorly at Chelsea? Yes. Is he a poor player overall? No. Why is he receiving the majority of the criticism? Like it's not your entire team. He is poor without doubt, and he deserves it. But to say he's a poor player overall is wrong. This is a bad season for him. And he's been awful, and he deserves criticism, but he's not a bad player. And Big Sam is my guy, switching lanes to that. I like Big Sam, but now he's at the ops, so now I don't like Big Sam. Can't go to the ops. I'm saying, you can't go to the ops. This is not what we're doing. I'm not with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not with it at all. Scam people, Saint just messaged me. He'll be here shortly. So get your Liverpool questions in. Told you Saint would show up, man. You know what I'm saying? He don't like the Chelsea players today, but I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? And that. I don't get it. Hey, over 50 of you lot in the building, but still not at 30 likes though. Let's hit the like button. And what's the subscriber check actually? Yeah, man, we're at 6,365. We're looking for 5 new subscribers. Hit the subscribe button, people. To Harry Chelsea fans 11. You'll have to wait for when we do the fan calling shows and I'll get you on the show over on the Twitch. Sorry, we're at 6,367 now. We're looking for 3 more. Raheem Sterling is a poor footballer, bro. He can't beat a man. He can't dribble. He can't finish. What's he good at? Pep protected him. If he can't finish, how come he scored so many goals at Manchester City? Like, this is what I'm saying is let's not go overboard. Because he was successful before he went to Pep. He had good seasons at Liverpool. That's why. And we forget in SAS. That's why City signed him. Is he the best player in the world? No. But is he as bad as you're making him out? No. He's a good player. Like, let's not do this. Let's not do this. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not do this with Raheem Sterling. Like, he's having a poor season. That's all it is. You don't score as many goals as he has and be a poor finisher. No. Like, let's not. Is he not top 10 of all time in the Premier League? In goal scoring? I think he's top 10. I believe so. Would I take Sterling at United? No, because we don't need a left winger. But if I needed a left winger, I would definitely look at Sterling, yeah. Exactly, Jacob. See that? Balance. Sterling needs a system to flourish. He has no system at Chelsea. That's it. He works better in a system like most. That's why Enzo doesn't look good. So why are we not talking about that? Because Enzo don't look good. But I'm not here saying Enzo's crap, he's a poor footballer. No, Enzo's been poor, but he doesn't look good. Even Thiago Silva, who's world-class, recently hasn't looked good. Because your whole team's terrible. So what I'm saying is criticize them all. I don't get why Sterling's the main. He's the main guy and main target of criticism. But you lot don't think he's your best player. People say Thiago Silva's better, Reece James is better, Enzo's better as well. Dookie's been here for 10 years and he's been in a City side who create 100 chances a game with elite creators. Course he'll thrive. Okay, so why did Gabriel Jesus not thrive there? If that's the case, why did Gabriel Jesus not thrive there? Like, this is what I'm saying. Why did Grealish not thrive there the first season? Why did he not thrive there before the World Cup? It's only now we're seeing, like, let's not do this, man. Let's not go over. This is what I'm talking about when I say people go over the top with their criticism. Just criticize him for the season. That's cool. But also make sure you criticize Thiago Silva and criticize Reece James and criticize Enzo and criticize all the other top Chelsea players as well. Okay, Jesus started game. Well, okay, so Jesus wasn't a star. Why? Why was Jesus not a star? Why was Jesus not a star? There's a reason Jesus wasn't a star. Because he's not that good. That's why he wasn't a star. Why did Sterling start so many games? Pep, who we called one of the GOATs, which he is, one of the best managers, consistently picked this man for 5-6 seasons. Why? Why? Okay. Come on, man. If we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it. All right, let's not go overboard, man. Yeah, Warrior J. Saints just message me. Saint will be on. Don't worry about it. I criticize them, but I feel like Sterling gets protected by Bear Man because he's from Ends. If Man was from Yorkshire, no one would rate him. That's not the truth. You know what I'm saying? People rate Raheem Sterling because of what he's did. The reason why I defend him is because the criticism of like that is over the top. Like, oh, he's Timo Werner. Oh, he's not a good footballer. That's just factually incorrect. You don't score as many goals as he has and have the successes he has. And then people will say, oh, it's because he's at Manchester City. Okay, like all the other Manchester City attackers have all been super successful there. Like Gabriel Jesus, for instance, was not as successful as him there. What are we doing? How come people don't say that about Asane? How come people don't say that about that? Of course, they're all quality players. But let's not act like Sterling's some terrible footballer. Like, let's not do that. He's having a poor season at Chelsea. That's all it is. But again, you'll tell me, I said, guarantee you don't think Sterling is Chelsea's best player, but he's the only player you've mentioned. I bet you think Reece James is better, Thiago Silva's better, and Enzo's better. So them three should be higher. Them three should be higher in your criticism. This is what I was talking about with the Harry Kane thing to switch back to Manchester United. People don't want to criticize Harry Kane for not helping Spurs win a trophy. But if Spurs win a trophy, Harry Kane would get the majority of the praise. It doesn't work like that. But too many people want to do it like that. You can't be all praise this player when the team does well and the team is successful. But when the team isn't successful, we don't want to hold him to them standards. Unless you think Raheem Sterling's the best player at Chelsea, he should not be the first player of criticism. It should be a pecking order. But people will pick out and defend who they like. I don't do that. I will criticize players I like. I've said it. Sancho is one of my favorite players at Manchester United. I've criticized him more than most this season. Casemiro is one of my favorite players at Manchester United. I've criticized him. I've said verbatim, if a good offer came in for the summer for Sancho, I'd sell him on. I did not want you lot, some of you lot was in the chat actually, and watch me have and say, I don't want to have this conversation about Sancho. And we had the conversation about Sancho. I said I didn't want to have the come to Jesus talk about having the come to Jesus talk about Sancho. I legit didn't. But we still had it because I'm fair. And he's still one of my favorite players. Still to this day, Sancho is still one of my favorite players. And if I got 50 million offer for him in the summer, I'd move him on. Now, Sterling gets spoken about all the time, Assad. I don't know where you've been. You need to watch some other Chelsea content creators then. Because here on this channel, on Casually FC, on Carefree Lewis G, on Matisse's channel, I've heard Sterling consistently get criticized. So I don't know where you're watching. Maybe it's mainstream media. But those four I can vouch for. I can vouch for Sarcasm City TV. I can vouch for Carefree Lewis G. I can vouch for Matisse's channel. And I can vouch for Casually FC. Hopefully Marshall's in here because Marshall will tell you himself. So I don't know where he's been criticized very fair. So you need to watch other people. I've criticized him. I've legit said verbatim he's been terrible for Chelsea this season and he deserves criticism. But let's not go over the top. People want to take away from what he did at Manchester City. Oh, he was around elite creators. All right, let's give nobody credit then at Manchester City. Haaland don't get credit. De Bruyne don't get credit. Sane don't get credit. Aguero doesn't get credit. Foden doesn't get credit. Let's not give any of them credit. Gundogan don't get no credit. David Silva, Bernardo Silva, none of them. Yaya Toure. But man don't want to do that. Yeah, Lewis is my bro, so big up to you, Harry. If you cool with Lewis, that's my bro, so we cool. Yeah, again, people want to go overboard. This is all because man said Sterling's a bad footballer. He's Timo Werner. That's it. Ray, of course, Ray, you know, and you know I know. You know I know. You don't put up them numbers and be terrible. But a certain guy who's playing in North London puts up numbers and his team win nothing and people don't want to criticize him for it. But a certain guy will play in an elite team, play a major role in them winning trophies, which he has done, and people want to criticize him. Make that make sense, people. Make that make sense. How does Raheem Sterling get more criticism helping Manchester City be successful than Harry Kane does not being successful at Spurs? How is it? How? No, Bruno Fernandes is not amazing. Because here's the difference, though. What has Bruno Fernandes helped Manchester United win when he's had them amazing numbers? Yeah, CB, you know why. You know I know. And I don't even know what race you are, and you know I know. Same way Ray knows I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we doing? Like, now we taking away. You hear what I'm saying? People want to take away from Sterling. So, all right, let's take. So, since Sterling was in an elite City team, that means we take away De Bruyne, we take away Haaland, we take away Foden, we take away David Silva, Bernardo Silva, Gundogan. We give nobody credit in that side. How come it's just Sterling that receives criticism being at Manchester City, but nobody else does? And consistently put up good numbers. And he was good before he got to Manchester City. Bear in mind, he's played for the Ops. I have no reason to back him. He's played for the Ops. Ask Liverpool fans about him. We're on a Liverpool show. And we forgetting SAS with Suarez. What was it? Yeah, it was Triple S. It was Suarez, Sturridge, Sterling. I believe so. Nah, because City have won without Sterling. He's a fraud. I don't care. See, now you just don't like him. They were okay. City won without Aguero, so Aguero's a fraud. City won without Aguero, so Aguero's a fraud. And Bernardo Silva's a fraud. And Company's a fraud. And David Silva's a fraud also. They're all frauds. Sane's a fraud too. You see how you can just smell when people just dislike people. Like you said, innit? You just don't like him. You just think that's cool. But that's not based in nothing logical. It's based in your dislike for him. Harry, I already said I'm not the phone. The lines don't open on this show. The fan calling shows are on Twitch. It's not open line, so don't ask me again, please. You lot continue to bump up the likes as well. We're currently at, how many likes? We're only at 24 likes. Let's get this up, man. Let's get this up. Now, I was thinking of SAS at Liverpool, but it was Triple S or something like that. Yeah, it was Suarez. Yeah, it was Triple S, not SAS. I got that wrong. But again, like I said, City have won without him, so City won without Aguero. So Aguero's a fraud. And David Silva, and Company, and Sane, they're all frauds too. Yeah, of course, we all know Sterling made an impact at Manchester City. Just go back and watch the games. But rather than just be like, I don't like Sterling, so I'm going to give him no credit. What are we doing, man? What are we doing? Again, what then will praise, and not Assad in particular, but then Harry Kane will get praised for winning nothing at Spurs. But Sterling will get goals and assists and have impact in big games for Manchester City and help them win however many Premier Leagues, League Cups, and the FA Cup. Yeah. There's a reason why Pep phased him out of the starting 11 in the last couple of years. All right, Pep also dropped Aguero. So Aguero's trashed him. That's what we're saying. What are we doing? No, Pep moved on. The same way we're seeing Pep move on now. Man, I'm saying Raheem Sterling since 2019 been average. Okay, Assad, wherever you saying it. Wherever you just don't like him, but cool. Like I stated, you don't want to give him credit. That's why you're not responding to anything I've stated. You're just stating new things. Like I said, the first thing you said was he was with elite creators. So therefore, we give nobody a Manchester City's team because we're giving De Bruyne nothing. It's not a question of sprinting the block. He dropped Aguero. He wasn't injured. He dropped him. I remember verbatim. I remember it. He dropped him. KLFC, big up. Saint will be here shortly, people. Yeah, man. Like he had elite numbers and helped his team win trophies. He did everything. But again, because he don't pass the eye test, people ain't gonna like him. It's the eye test thing. And for England as well. Man said he's been average since 2019, but performed at Euro 2020 for England. But we move. I forgot about that. Like I said, I don't need to defend Sterling, but nothing's ever based in logic. Man could have said he's been terrible at Chelsea this season. I would have no dispute with that. I would have no dispute. Then it was everybody at City was good, so we don't give him credit. Then it was nobody's criticized him. He's not getting enough criticism. Nothing I said, Assad has responded to. Not one thing. Not one thing he's responded to in regards to that. We give nobody at City credit. Yeah, which was played in 2021, where he was England's best player. And ironically, Harry Kane flopped. The irony of that. The same way now we're seeing Chelsea players who are better than Raheem Sterling fail, but they're not being criticized. Why is no one talking about Thiago Silva? Why is no one talking about him? Yeah, I rate Sterling 100%. Sterling is a quality player. He's been poor this season, though. Quality players can have poor seasons, the same way average players and poor players can have good seasons. I've seen it happen. Yeah, man, carry them to the final while, man, like I said, the criticism was just over the top. That's why I'm defending him. All man had to say was, yo, Sterling's been crap this season. Because like I stated, I don't know who you've been watching. It's not a question of blaming Thiago Silva. Has Thiago Silva been good as of late? No. He's better than Raheem Sterling. So he should receive more of the criticism. Because when Chelsea are playing very well and you're defensively solid, he gets the majority of the praise, and rightfully so. Same way Enzo, who people wax lyrical about, who I think is a talent, by the way. How good he is, I don't know. How good he is, I'm not sure. But then if you think he's better, then he should receive more criticism. Reece James the same, who I think is a top quality right back. Arguably the best right back in Europe. So let's hold him to a higher standard. I don't think Sterling's the best left winger in Europe. I don't think he's that. I think he's a very good player. I think he's and if you get the right system around him, you get the very best out of him. Right, that's what we're doing. And now we're talking technique. Okay. I don't care about technique. Do you deliver? Thiago Silva. All right, if you want to praise Thiago Silva for being in the 12th, praise Thiago Silva, I said. The floor do that, innit? I'm saying that. If you want to praise Enzo for them performances, cool. Was Sterling good today? Not Sterling. He was bad today. Was Enzo good today? But man don't want to talk about that. Man just want to blame. They get first thing out of everyone's mouth is Sterling. Quality player, but such a lazy shit. See, this is fair, Lewis. This is a fair assessment. Quality player, but such a lazy shit this season. This is a very fair assessment. Big up to Victor as well. You lot continue to get your questions in also. How many have we even bumped up the subscribers? Have we even bumped up the subscribers? What are we on? Let's go. All right, we're only at 32 likes. That's disgusting. Let's get up to 40 likes, people. Let's get up to 40 likes. Let's do that. He was talking about Sterling Warrior J. And we're looking for 3 more subscribers as well. There's over 50 of you lot in the building. We need 3 subscribers. Hey, K, man, João Felix is another one. A player who people have above Sterling but won't criticize. But yeah, he's got 2 goals in 15 games. But hey ho, innit? Just pile on Sterling and not the whole team. Pile on the player who you don't rate and think is terrible, rather than the actual better players. People do this all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? People do this all the time. But hey ho, we move. Yes, Jack. I agree. Everyone's been average. That's why they're 12th. Therefore, like I keep stating, the better players should be criticized more than the average players and the poor players. I don't get that. But like I said, people want to protect the better players rather than call them out. That's what it is. That's why they're 12th. That's why they can't do it. It's the 3rd of May and they're not on 40 points. Like, yeah, Lampard's a terrible manager. We know that. We know that. Hey, Yoza, man, this is what I'm saying, man. I said I'm not talking about you in particular. No. You may have cussed out Felix bare times, but you never had this vim for him here that you have for Sterling. And we've mentioned him bare times if you've been in the comments. This is what I'm talking about. I've criticized João Felix heavily at times. Where was and you've been in the comments, where was your vim for him? Well, you'll bring all this vim for Raheem Sterling. Just saying. It's because people asked, and obviously we're waiting on Saint. But any questions United Liverpool getting? Let me see what's going on. Let's see what you lot are saying. I'll get to some more of the United questions. Let's see. And people want to talk about you lot, so we move. So I'm mad. Where we at? Let's see. I see you lot even. That's nothing, so I get to it. Fuck it. Flawless, do you think Gakpo is good as a number 9 for Liverpool? Yeah? I think so, yeah. 100%. I've been surprised. I've been not surprised because I didn't know too much about him, but the impact he's had at Liverpool when I've watched him, which isn't like a hell of a lot, but when I've watched him, he's performed well and performed to a certain standard. But Liverpool still need much more than him. Like, without doubt. They still need much more than him. Like, their team is still way short. Like, I heard Thiago, I think Cam said he needs surgery. So basically they need a whole new midfield free. Because Gakpo the guy to take you forward, to lead you to a title charge, to lead you to a Champions League. Well, they ain't going to be in the Champions League, but you understand my point. Is he of that level? Yes, you have Salah. Left wing, you got Diaz, you got Nunes, you got Jota, and any of them that at that level. Defensively, you're having issues. Konate I rate highly, but I believe he's injury prone, but I'll have to double check his numbers. Van Dijk just looks like, I don't know what happened to Van Dijk. He just don't look the same. We know Gomez is not good enough. and Matip is injury prone and hasn't deemed good enough. Trent is Trent, of course. We all know about Trent. Top quality. Robertson didn't have a good season this season, but he's Robertson. And you've got Allison in goal as well. So they still got issues. That's the spine of your team I'm just talking about there. That's the spine. You're talking, all right, let's say Kanate, cool. You're saying one centre back, you're saying a whole new midfield three. That's the spine of your team, whether it's a 4-3-3, a 4-2-3-1, whatever you're playing. Yeah, Van Dijk and Gomez both had knee injuries. So, yeah, the injury to the Van Dijk. So that's how I'm looking at it. Like, they are in trouble. And they need big money to go and spend. They need to go and have a record somewhat under FSG. They need to go spend bare minimum 200 million. Bare minimum. And even that, let's say they go and spend that well. Not only do all of the players individually have to join the team and then sell, they then have to, what's the word I'm looking for? Then they all have to collectively gel as well. That's never happened in the history of the Premier League at the top level, where you signed 3 new midfielders. They've all hit the ground running, gelled and landed and done very well in their first season. They're not adding the centre-back. Adding Gakpo seems good, yeah. Left wing, we don't know about. Centre back, right back, move Trent to CM and 2 central midfielders. Well, get onto this. I think that's a terrible idea to play Trent as a central midfielder. I think it's a terrible idea. Terrible idea. Trent on the ball is calm. No issues with that. I think Trent is quality. I've said this. I think going forward, one of the best. Like, he's arguably the best right back, or he's in contention to be one of the best right backs in Premier League history. Yeah, the competition's not that good, but that's not his fault. It's between him and Reece James. But him playing central midfield where you're being pressed high and you have to pop it off and you're playing with that's a whole new thing, playing with your back to the play and having to have wing mirrors and stuff like that and vision. I think it's a terrible idea to play him there. Trent's a right wing back. I don't know why, like, that's simple as that. You go to a back three and you play him as you have a player of that talent, of that caliber, you play him at right wing back and give him the freedom to get, if he wants to drift inside, cool. But he's playing right wing back and he has the insurance of a centre back behind him. So you don't have to worry about him defensively. He's not a right back. Unless he improves defensively, which I believe he can because he's of the age to, because he's not a competent defender. He just needs to become an average defender. Currently, he's a poor defender. Whenever anybody plays Liverpool, teams always say, yeah, we can get out Trent. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. If Manchester United were playing Liverpool tomorrow, I'm saying, all right, who we playing on the left? Rashford versus Trent. I like that matchup. If you're Arsenal, you're saying Trossard or Martinelli versus Trent. I like that matchup. If you're City, if it's Grealish, if it's Foden, whoever, you're saying I like that matchup. If you're Spurs and it's Son, you're saying I like that matchup. If it's Brighton with Matoma, you're saying I like that matchup. Champions League with Vinicius Jr., same thing. The list goes on. You can't be a focus of attack for the opposition and deemed a weakness. And that's how Trent's looked at. And we've seen it. How many? And all fullbacks get skinned. But with him, it's far too often. Far too often. So he just needs to become average. But again, Trent is 21, 22. So Trent is definitely capable of like improving defensively. But I think central midfielder is a bad idea. I think inverting, bad idea overall, like long term. But I think he's just a wing back. I don't get why Klopp hasn't tried the back three. I think Liverpool, the players they have suits them to a back three. Automatically, all your centre backs are like comfortable. Oh, is he 24? My bad. Why was I thinking he's so young? Oh, yeah, it's a wrap then. Why was I thinking Trent was so young? Mad. I didn't realize he was 24. Mad. I'm saying, thank you for correcting me. Big up you lot in the chat. Yeah, playing wing back, man. I don't get why Klopp don't play a wing back. You've got Van Dijk, you've got Kanate, you've got Matip, Gomez, who will all be better in a back three. Robertson over the other side as a wing back. You've got Shimikas. You can sign a right wing back to back up Trent. It then covers up more. It covers up more of your deficiencies in the midfield. You can then play Salah next to a Gakpo and just let Salah drift and does what he wants. If he wants to drift wide right, cool. If he wants to be more central, also cool as well. Like, it just suits what you have. And you got Diaz who can play there, Nunez who can play there, Jota who can play there. Or if you want to just have 2 in midfield and have a 3 and have it Gakpo, Salah, Nunez, for example. Yes, I don't get why. If Klopp, I think that takes Liverpool up levels if he goes to a back 3. I've been saying this for the longest now. I look at the team and especially when you have wing backs the quality of they have, You have you have someone who excels offensively, who you've seen already. You've helped build your system around, and he's helped you in a Premier League or a Champions League. Why would you not want to get more from that player on the pitch? And also Robertson as well, who, even though this season hasn't been at it, is also good going forward. So why would you not play them two as wing backs? And then it gives Salah a free. Why would you not want to give Salah a free role where defenders don't know where to pick him up? So is it the centre back? Is it the left back? Is it a holding midfielder or two holding midfielders? Who picks him up? And then, like I said, you have Gakpo, you have Nunes, you have Diaz, you have Jota. It's literally just then your midfield area. Yeah, Eddie said he got cooked by Alanga. Need that say more? Big up Eddie. Like, this is what I don't get it from Klopp. And I'm nowhere near the level of Klopp. But I'm like, why have you not even tried it? He's never even tried it. Like, at this point, what do you have to lose at points? Trent can play at 8. It's even better than him at right back, assuming Klopp never goes to a back three. I just don't like him at 8. I think it limits him. I don't want Trent with his back to goal. Yes, I don't want Trent with his back to goal and having to pop it round the corner like he's a Modric. Now you have to learn a whole new role in a whole new position. You're 24 years old, and you're asking him now to do something completely different. I don't think it works. I don't. I think it's a terrible. Can he invert and play right back? Yes, but inverting is different from being in the midfield where you are going to get pressed. And Trent don't seem like that type of player. You don't, not to me, from what I've seen. Again, Ray, you watch him and Liverpool fans watch him more than me, but I've seen enough. I have a big enough sample size to go. Trent in midfield as an 8 or a 6 don't work. Just playing wing back. Just playing wing back. Trent has played more time in midfield and right mid than Robertson, you talking about LFC for the double. Like, I just don't get it. And you know what? There's definitely someone who is more educated than me to speak on this in the building. You already know, man. Better, you know what I'm saying? Better off the bench than Chelsea's options tonight and that. Yes, what are you telling me, Saying? You good?
Hey, my guy. Hey, listen, I'm in the building. Sorry, bro. You know I've never let you down.
That's calm, man. It's all good.
Now, like, you know, like that. It's been a mazza. We'll talk behind the scenes, but yeah.
Calm, no stress. You here, man? The people are here. The crowd in here.
Listen,
perfect question to you. Yeah, go on, carry on.
If you see some like smoke coming out of my tick, bro, my heater's broke, so man's out here doing this, like, bro, I'm telling you, bro, I'm out here doing this for the people's them. Is it me? So wait, come on, we telling me what's good?
I hear that, fam. I'm blessed. We was here. Obviously, we was roasting Chelsea before. While people was asking questions.
Chelsea. Hey, my guy. Hey, Lewis, you know, it's hard time. Man still ain't hit 40 points. Man still ain't hit the coveted 40 points. Imagine, bro. Brother, prayers is bro. You're gone for prayers, fam. Flipping
gone for prayers, 100%. And then we'll talk about
man's doing up brown envelopes. He can't buy a win, bro. Like, man, I'm just taking his money. Like, yeah, I got you. Man's looking at him like, bro, fuck out here, nigga. Not one fucking win.
Not one. You know what I'm saying?
Outrageous, bro.
Not one. But you lot get your questions in, keeping Manchester United or Liverpool related, please, people. And yeah, we was legit talking. That's what I was talking as you landed about Trent as a central midfielder, which I think is a horrible idea. I don't know why you just don't play in wing back, but I'll let you give your thoughts on it.
Exactly that, bro. Like, why we haven't even seen a setup with him playing wing back, because he's suited for that. Do you know what I mean? If you are gonna, the only way I would ever entertain Trent in the midfield is offensively when, do you know what I mean? We have the ball and do you see what I'm saying? We line up like that and then he maybe covers space like that. But nah, bro, like, allow that. Nah, it's not that time. I just think it's a poor solution for a very expensive question. Do you know what I mean? A very important one. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And you just go and do that. It's lazy. Plus, you've done up Trent as your only right back, and not just right back, but only form of creative inspiration. Where do you go? You now move him to who are you putting in the right? Who? What? Joe Gomez? Don't do that. Allow it, bro. You don't even have adequate to say, bro. Please read my. Don't do
Man
that.
said Joe Gomez. Yeah. And that's what it is, because man is saying in the chat, and I hear you like, oh, he's played there like previously, but that's, I'm guessing, reserves under the, you know what I'm
Yeah, bro.
saying? But he's
That's
coming
when
through the youth
he's
ranks.
must than that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
That's a different thing. Like I said, me personally, from a United perspective, yes, play Trent as a central midfielder, because you take away from him. Trent's at his best when he's facing the opposition goal, whether that's passing, whether that's crossing. So when he starts getting pressed in those tight areas, you're not getting the best out of him. And like I said, I rate Trent highly. I would take him at my club tomorrow. Forget all the slander and running jokes about back post and all that, and him not defending, which is funny, and he does need to improve his defending. I would still take him, because you know, if you get the best out of him, you know what we've seen it.
man, they're talking all that about fucking I say Shevchenko about Zinchenko, bro. Like, you know them ones there, he can't defend a lick, bro. Like, you know them ones there, like, look at today, bro. You know them ones there, like, bro, come on, man.
Facts, 110%. I didn't even get to the title, obviously, because of how the show started. But Liverpool, 4 wins in a row, people.
I'm sorry, I need to go and draw for a portable heater. I'm sorry, I can't do this.
Yeah, go get a heater, fam. If you're cold, it's calm.
Can you actually see this? Bro, it's cold, you know. 2 seconds, I'm coming back.
Yeah. Go get your heater. That being said, people, bump up the likes. We have gone to 41 likes. Let's get up to 60 likes, people. There's over 70 of you lot in the building, which is big. But share this across the socials. Let's get up to 60 likes, people, and subscribe as well. We're looking for 3 new subscribers, but let me hit the refresh button to see if we have anything new as well. Let's see if we got any more. No, we haven't. We're looking for 3 new subscribers. There's over 70 of you lot in the building. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well, and please share this across the socials. We should hit that subscriber mark. There's enough of you lot in here, and I know there's some new people. I'm seeing new names, new usernames, and new profile pictures in the chat, which I like. Hey, but big up Lewis in the cut. Don't forget, link is in the pinned comment for the membership as well, people. And Ray saying he basically plays like a 6'8" when he's inverting on the ball, and had like a dime in 5 straight games. Yeah, he's played well. But like I said, inverting is different. Inverting and going into that role rather than being there already and you're back to goal is different. It's kind of like a winger who's good at drifting inside and making runs. But if you're central, now it's different. Like, it was kind of like Henry's actually a prime example of that. Like, Henry was at his best when he started central, and then he would drift out wide left. And I remember he went to Barcelona, and then he's playing on the left. It takes away. It takes away from you. Well, like I said, as a United fan, I want you lot to try it, 100%. I really, really do. Play him. Play him there. Continue to get your questions in. Saints just gone to get a heater because it's mad cold, which I understand as well. Marcella, explain why I think it's a bad idea. Trent with his back to go. I don't think it's the way forward. I don't think it's the way forward. That's whatsoever for you. Just go sign a central midfielder. I don't get that. It's like when people say, oh, Wan-Bissaka should play central midfield, or Lindelof should play in central midfield. Nah. Especially when you've not played there in your professional career like that. It's not like when people mention about Martinez, who's actually played there before. This is professional football at the highest level, and you're going to move man's position at 24 years old, going on 25. It's not like man's 19, 20, or even younger, and you can say, yeah, we can shift him about and see what's what. He's a top quality right back. Why would you change that?
Laziness.
Go sign central midfielders. Yeah, just go sign central midfielders. I really don't get it.
If you waited 3 seasons to not sign a midfielder, or an adequate one, should I say, wait for Jude Bellingham, then realize that his price was too much to then put Trent in midfield, you must be smoking rocks, bruv. You honestly, you must take man for an idiot, bruv. Like, I'm telling you, some joke thing, bruv. Nah, it's a joke thing. What else is that, bruv? That's a joke thing, bruv. Like, no. Have tactical man, yeah, that are able to actually tell you what the difference in shape is with and without the ball. And then we can chat. Do you know what I'm saying? Then we can have tactical patterns of play where Trent is in midfield or whatever the case may be. And do you know what I mean? Cool. Don't tell me you're going to put Trent in central mid. Hey, come out of here, bro. Come on,
I said we didn't sign a midfielder for 3 years to then chase Jude. to then not
to
get him
then
because he
realize,
realized his price tag
brother,
is too high.
you'd never
To then
even,
put
you know
Trent
what?
in
You'd
midfield.
never even declined us, bro. We actually, bro, you wanted Beyonce for 3 years and then realized, oh, brother, I'm Butters, you know. What? You never even approached her, bro. She never even said that, bro. You didn't realize, oh, you know what? My piece ain't like, well, you couldn't have figured that out 2 years ago, you dickhead. Like, what's going on, bro? Like, some joke thing, bro. Sorry, bro.
Nah, I hear you in it.
3
Like,
years,
that's what it
bro.
is.
Then
Because
man
then you
realized,
lot.
oh, you know what? My breath stinks. Dickhead. Man's at the dance. Man just done the heel turn and walked out. Man never even approached her, bro. Like, man,
I did the heel turn quick and just it's like,
yo.
Oh my god.
This is my team,
Oh,
bro. This is my team, bro.
it's mad. And I hear you, Ray, when you mentioned about players being intelligent and moving around, which I do hear, like players. And I'm not saying Trent is not intelligent enough. I don't think I think it's just a skill set thing. That's what it is. And Black Diamond mentioned it in regards to Shaw moving from left back to centre back. You're still doing a much more similar role. You're still playing defense. So you're still like, obviously things do change from playing as a centre back to playing as a left back. But bear in mind, Shaw's also played as a left-sided centre back in a 3 as well. So he has some familiarity with he's familiar with the role to some extent. Whereas Trent he's not familiar with that role at all. Like I said, inverting is completely different to playing there. Trust me. You're a central midfielder, you know this at any level. I'm a central midfielder. I could not invert from fullback. Not a chance. It's it's completely different rather than be in central midfield and know what it is. And especially at the highest level as well.
What I've told you for time is the laziness in the backroom staff, and this shows you that instead of having, like I said, backroom staff that will actually have tactical patterns of play that may occasionally have Trent in, do you know what I mean, offensive positions, midfield positions, and do you know what I mean, we're trying to do up that, and then as soon as we lose the ball, we have like assist like we used to have. But obviously that system don't really work no more. Instead of having one that will let's adapt and no. Man's lazy. Well, let's put him in midfield. Come on.
And then, like you said, then the right back, the spot's then a problem. Then you have to go get a right back.
You don't have no adequate right back, bro.
So you have to then go inside a right back.
You've been playing this guy right back every single day. Like, you know, them ones there. And then now you're going to move him and then do what Calvin Ramsey. Man are just remembering that name that I've just said it. Like, oh, yeah. Like, what is this, bro?
Oh, geez. But yeah, let me get to the title as well, people, which is Liverpool 4 wins in a row. Late charge for top 4, and Man United need 3 more wins to secure top 4 place. So you lot, great run of form, one of the form teams in the league. Thoughts on your recent form? And have you been impressed not only with the results, but the performances?
What do you reckon, Flawless? You know me, you're my brethren. You know me.
Well, I would say is about the Spurs game. I think you would have been impressed, like in the first half. I think you would have been impressed for the majority of the first half. Second half, very much not impressed.
We only play football games that only played in the first in one half. Mad day, bro.
Yeah, like the second half, you got fell away. I need to pull up your results to remember as well, but yeah, go on.
Shameless, yeah. 4 in a row. You don't know. Listen, yeah, like I'm on this thing. Like, listen, Spurs. People forget the hype on Spurs early on this season. People forget they were title challengers early on. People are laughing now. They were early on. Media had them as they won the transfer market. They're doing bits like, you know, like that. For it to capitulate and this be one of the worst seasons that we've had on the clock, and we're still going to finish above you. Outrageous. And then to top it off, the spice, if by any chance Everton do actually get relegated this season, brother, I don't know. This might challenge last season, like domestic double this season. Who knows, innit? Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, that's amazing, bro. Do you know, like your ops just get playing champion, bruv? I've never really watched them like that, but just to know that bruv,
you would watch them like that then.
Yeah,
I think they'll get relegated as well.
Plugged into the championship, seeing their demise, you poor seals, bruv. Like, anyways, that's future talk. But yeah, now 4 in a row, you're done, though. Am I impressed with the performances? Not a fucking chance, bruv. What are you talking about, bro? What are you actually talking about? I'm
I have to
shameless.
ask for the people who
We
don't know. I know, but the people may not know. That's
Well,
why I have to
we can
ask.
do the shameless thing, and I'll do the shameless thing, yeah. But bro, like we should have realistically, Forest. They should have at least drawn. Like they hit the bar last minute and that mad thing. West Ham. Let's be honest. Like second half, we were a mess.
I didn't watch the game, so them two games I didn't watch. So I can't
to be
comment
very
on.
honest with you, I watched highlights because man was watching. Obviously, do you know what I mean? The main thing. But yeah, like when I weren't really. Yeah, there was bits. There was obviously like with Liverpool in it, like the players that we have at our disposal. Do you know what I mean? Come on, like you're gonna show flashes of brilliance in that. I believe that, but the consistency is what I'm talking about. No, like the Spurs game, bro. We all saw the Spurs game, bro. Like, how are you? Like, neutrals are like brilliant game, but let's be honest, are you fucking 3-0 up, bro?
Was great.
Bro, some joke thing, like actual joke thing. I called it. Big up Roms, innit? Big up my guy Roms. Each and every time. I don't know if you man follow him on Twitter. He put it on Twitter. He put it in the group chat early. He put it in early. Man said, listen, Rishi will no. Firstly, we were just clowning Spurs, they're dead food. This was at 2-0. I said, you man, 2-0 is a bit techie. It's the dangerous score in the Premier League right now, like, and it's us. So let's be easy before we start clowning them. We slapped at the third one. I said, yeah, these men are dead. Yeah, cool. And Ron said, these men are dead food, bro. Like, don't matter what happens, these men are dead food. Man said they will come back 3-3 just for us to slap them 4-3. Yeah, all right. Then man took it a step further. Man actually tweeted. Man said, yo, Rishi will score and make it 3-3 just for us to make it 4-3. I said, wow, like, bro, outrageous. So I have to give man props still. I have to. I don't even know if you'll be able to see that still. But yeah, man says Rishi.
Move it bit to the side.
Yeah, there you go. Rishi to make it 3-3 just for us to win 4-3. Hashtag Liverpool Tottenham. Well, he called it, bro. He called it early, bro. So yeah, like big him up. Yeah, like obviously I'm mad happy that we've got a little bit of the run in that, and we might have obviously like with what's going on with Chelsea and everything. Do you know what I mean? For us to finish 5th, which we are, we're not going to finish top 4. If we finish top 4, that's a bigger disgrace to the league than it is. Do you know what I mean? For us to be finishing 5th is like raw. Like I take it, but you know them way there. Let us finish 4th, bro. That is outrageous. Them man will be talking this all sorts like Klopp is the Messiah and all type of thing there, you know, like that. But yeah, no, if you actually deep the games, bro, we should really have, like, let's be honest, man, them in the chat, like, let me know, am I bugging, like, bro, like, we should have really have.
You say you should have dropped points,
in each of them games.
The Spurs game, I agree with. Obviously, I didn't watch the Forest one. I didn't watch
the West Ham game.
Yeah, the West Ham one I didn't watch either.
Spurs game we should have lost, bruv. They scored 3. We were 3-0 up. Yeah. They scored 3 goals and hit the post like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, like, they did. They did.
Like, what is this? But man, yeah. Like, as I said, I'll take it. But like, don't sit there and talk serious football chat with me because your feelings are gonna get hurt, bruv. Because it's a nonsense. That's not the type of consistency that I think is. Yeah, we're back and we're gonna like. Nah, bruv. Like
Fairs? That's Fairs. That's because I'm looking here, obviously, at your fixtures. Obviously, you play Fulham today now. Technically, obviously, if you're in the UK, people, you play Fulham. And obviously, you got Brentford at home, Leicester away, Villa at home, and then Southampton away. So you could, like, realistically, as we said, win all of your remaining games. But it is the gap, obviously, Manchester United and Newcastle have. I'm not sure about Newcastle, but I know if United, if we win 3 of our last 6, we 100% secure top 4. You lot can't catch us. And I'm sure it's something similar for Newcastle as well, because they're currently what? Yeah, they're 9 points clear of you games, same amount of games played. Obviously, United have played a game less. You know what I'm saying? Hey, big up Jacob. I see you. Now, the thing is, myself, Saint real because he said Saint is the only person who can make 4 wins on the bounce sound like a fluke. Never change, bro, with the laughing emoji. Because he understands, yeah. That shit ain't
Bro,
sustainable.
the only one, yeah. Like I said to you, and I said to you that week as well. Like, pull it up. The only one of those 4 wins that I'm like, yeah, cool. And even then, can I really be like that because of the opponent? But the Leeds game, boom.
Yeah, you were
And I
very good
said that
against
at
Leeds.
the time, that weren't like the Manchester United one where it just everything just came off our foot and it was just pinged in. We actually had patterns of play in that game. I said, yo, we were actually doing bits. Do you know them ones there? But again, it's Leeds, brother. You know, like that. Like you, whoa, like you're a big man and your brother's 12 years old and you're beating up his brethren. And well, you can't walk around and hold your head high, fam. Like it is what it is, isn't it? Like, but that was the only one that wasn't a fluke. Say like everything else, bro. Come on, Marcel, man. You know what I'm talking about was. Do you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm not so like, bro. Did I sell it, bro? You should. I'm not sitting here like I was pissed when Richarlison scored. Man said, I told you. Like I'm in Scotland, innit? Like a lot of these Manchester Celtic Rangers, they don't really watch English football like that. So the last time that they really checked in, we were badding it up to get it. So when they're talking to man and I'm giving them the real, they're like, raw, Swed? Nah. He's like, look at this. I want to put a bet on. What do you reckon the score's going to be? I say it could be anything. It could be all over the place. Like, we could win, they could win. It's all over the place. It's a mad thing. He's like, okay. And then Richarlison comes and said, this guy ain't scored all season. I bet you he bangs.
I called that one on the watch along as well. I said Richarlison.
Because we're the team. That's what I'm saying. It's not even like that. Of course it is. I'm giving Rom props because he called it Quay. Like he called it. You know, there ones there. Like he called it early. He had real balls. I said, brother, in our form, I wouldn't be that confident. But yeah, like so all of that come through. But when Jota banged, don't think that I was sitting there feet. Man, that man's acting like I was like, that's my team, bro. Like
of course.
I'm just real. Like at the end of the day. I'm not really convinced in terms of the patterns of play. We're playing teams that we really should be beating, and we're doing that. We're just about doing that. We're not doing it other than, like I said, Leeds. It's the only one that you can really bring to me. And I'm not just talking about the fact it was 6-1. It's the fact of the manner in which we played, the ball in which we played. Did you get it? I'm like, okay, I'm not a life flawless. I came that week and I said that. Did you get it? Like,
you did say that. People can go check out the show. There's a playlist for it where you said
the Man United week, and I was like, yo, I was shameless. I cooked it, but I said, let's be honest. Like, you know,
I was like, yo, can you kick on? Does this change anything? Nah. And even I was like, all right. And then you went and lost to Bournemouth. You said you called that as well. You said, watch us go drop points to Bournemouth this weekend.
Like,
then you man drop points to Bournemouth.
Like the way the league is, the madness is I could see us actually doing a thing. We would have to obviously again just pick up, like, we just cannot defend, bro. Like, honestly, our defense is shocking.
Yeah, I was surprised. Like, I was so surprised. Like when Son scored the second goal, because he was so far out, I just presumed he was offside. Bro, I didn't even celebrate. I was like, surely I just said it. Yeah,
it's too easy. Bro, Perisic, old man Perisic. Remember, I couldn't remember this youth's name. I was like, who's the youth that they made into a fullback and he's a winger? And Perisic, bro, old man Perisic, having man doing the stanky leg, bro. Man are talking about, bro, I had man doing the mad zine, bro. Nearly breaking man's ankles, bro. Like, bro, I only see their moves on the NBA court when man gets crossed over.
When man does
like, you know, like that. Like I say, what's going on, bruv? And you want to talk, and you want to tell me that, yeah, like with big chest, like what? Bruv, like I said, shameless. I'm onto this thing, innit? Don't let man finish above you, Spurs. All of this chat, like,
you'll definitely finish above Spurs.
That's crazy.
Finish with the Spurs.
I can't really chat to Chelsea. Start picking on it. Like, what can you? They're already down, bruv. They're down in it. Like, you know, them ones there. Like, what can you do? So yeah, like, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, boom. Let's do the thing.
Let's see. Yeah, you lot continue to bump up the likes. Over 75 of you lot in the building. We're at 52 likes. Yeah, I was up to 60 likes as well. People have been asking about this, so we'll get to it. Michael says Ugarte and McAllister are looking like they're going to be done. One more midfielder, and I'm loving it. Thoughts on? I know I've asked you this before, but I know it's going to be frequent questions, and there's new people in the chat. McAllister, we'll go to him first. Thoughts against it, for it, mixed, price point? What are you saying?
Price point is heavy. it always is when you're dealing with a World Cup winner. Like, you know what I mean? You try and shift Romero, he's gonna cost peas and he's garbage. It is what it is, isn't it? Like, price point is what it is. But cold, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, you're cold. Like, no one can't say. Like I said before, I was a fan of McAllister when Casado was the poster boy. You know, like, because I already knew. I said the peas was mad. I said, yo, but that McAllister, he's the one, you know, like. And then obviously, like I said, he went and won the World Cup and he become now it's a big thing. But yeah, I'll be, bro. Regards to McAllister, I'll be happy, bro. Like, this is what people think. Oh, just chatting. I'm just here to just be, bro. Nonsense. Like, this is the
your team's fell off though. You're right to be critical. Your team has fell off this season off a cliff. Of multiple cliffs.
This the Bellingham thing. I was telling, like, this was the types of moves I was saying. I lie flawless. I was saying this from like weeks ago, and I've been saying it earlier than that. Like, bro, we should be. It literally looks like, you know, like it seems as it looks, and as it looks, it literally is like, oh, let's go after this guy. Oh my God, Ross, swear down is them peas there. You know, I reckon if we use them peas to maybe spread it out, like, we could probably fix more. What? Which, you're not wrong for coming to that conclusion, but brother, I'm high 90% of the time, bro. How am I like able to see this shit and you can't? Like, what is going on, bro? Like, what is this? Like, I'm not. You are wait. I'm not. I don't ever confess to know more than fucking Klopp, Kravitz, Linders, these man, but big man. What's going on? Maybe I need to hook you up with my plug or something, because maybe you lot need to be plugged in. What's going on, bro?
What's happening?
What's happening?
What's happening? What's going
this
on?
This is exactly 2 + 2 doesn't definitely equals 4, which is what we've got here. But the way the workings out you're getting is taking too long, big man. Like, it's too long.
Something's not right.
Something's not right. You're doing too much carrying the one, and you know there was there. Like, I don't understand. Like, it's just taking too long. But yeah, we're here, and this is. I'd be very happy with this as in the summer.
First,
you wouldn't. Do you know what I mean? Like,
that's first. It seems like a good winner.
All carry someone that could cover the 6. Nice.
We'll see that. And Black Diamond mentioned it. It said, Saint, thoughts on Klopp being charged by the FA. Obviously, for those that don't know, Jurgen Klopp pulled his hamstring celebrating the winner against Spurs. I'm like, yo, that's just funny. Yo, sit down, man.
How I come to that position where man's, you know, like, how can I be thinking unitedly with my ops about my manager? You know, we're both sitting thinking, "Wanna sit your German
sit down, man. You're too old for that, man.
Yeah,
sit down, man. Man's hamstring word, yo.
What's going on out here, bro? Hulk clutching your bum cheek and that. Now, this is what are you doing, bro? He did. But honestly, the way Klopp's been conducting himself, like, he's an idiot to me, bro. Like, he's an idiot.
Talk about it, fam. Talk about it. What is it that you don't like how he's been conducting himself?
The way he's been conducting himself in his job, evidently, because we're scud. But beforehand, obviously, I've been saying that he's too loyal. Like, he should have been cleaning up. If people tell me that Klopp isn't as naive as we all think he is, or he maybe isn't as hard done by, he's quite complicit and knows, do you know what I mean, the limitations that he may have to work with, it just makes me feel like you're even bigger idiot, bro. Like, do you know them ones there? If you're happy with knowing that you can't refresh the squad, cool. But then something has to be refreshed. You know them ones there. You can't carry on doing the same thing expecting different results, because that's what I've been told is first rule of madness, bro.
Yeah, that is definitely the definition of insanity.
So you're gonna have to change something. So maybe change up the backroom staff and change up people that may be able to help you get something different from what you have. Do you get it? Right. He hasn't done that, so don't like the way he's conducting himself. Klopp also don't like the way in which his arrogance. Do you know what I mean? It isn't even like he went for the wrong guys. Their man there sat there and said, "We don't need a midfielder." Relax, everyone's on this midfielder chat. Relax, bro. We're cool, brother. Like, we're not easy, big man. Calm. Now you're doing up crabs in a bucket for flipping Arthur Mello, bro. Like, what is this? Bruv? Now you're, oh, you know what? We may have actually. Dickhead, shut up. Dumb. Like, dumb. But like that.
Serious, bro. When I got half a mellow on the last day.
The way you're trying to course up the fans, I don't like that. Like, I'm sorry, we're not five. Like, especially, like I said, the fans, yeah, that have known these fans, like me, and I'm not some fucking oracle, bro. There's been bare man. Look in my chat. There's bare man that are doing their thing. Big up G, big up Rom, big up Ish, big up all these man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Been saying Hassam, all of these man been saying, yo, all of this shit. Like I said, I'm not going to regurgitate the shit I've just said, like, especially in terms of Bellingham and all of that, yeah? You're the ones that are doing up courting, do you know what I mean? Doing up, like, I think the fans are idiots for having the belief that you would ever get a Bellingham, especially knowing what he would probably cost. But at the same time, it's not 100% your fault, because my man is literally, like, taking you to the car and... You like it, yeah? Why wouldn't you think, yo, this might be bad? You know, like that, man, yo, what color do you reckon this would look like? Yo, I want them blue, yeah, I got you. You got me, yes. You would get gassed, didn't it? I think,
of course, you would get gassed.
But you did. For you not to do the thing, and now you're trying to come back and tell me, oh, you lot are kids. You can't drive a Ferrari and that dumb shit. Like, bro, shut up. Like, I don't like it. Man, talking about keep my name out of the songs. Don't be singing my. To be fair, I think he's right. But he shouldn't be saying it.
Wait, what did he say? He said, "Don't sing my name." Is that what he said?
So his song in it.
Okay. Did he say why?
That young is a red. He's like, listen, like, let's don't be singing. Don't be singing that song in it, because. Like, he tried to make it out like, oh, because when you lot sing it, it kind of makes it seem like the game's done kind of thing. And then obviously, like, we ended up, do you know what I mean? It got close, and obviously we ended up winning, and like people, but we're just chatting bare nonsense.
That's rubbish.
As you as a manager, you should have more game management regardless of what's being sung. You idiot.
That's nothing to do with nothing,
sense, bro. What it is, like, personally, I think he's right though, but. Again, this goes down to my fans, isn't it? Like, brother, I ain't singing that. Well, you man are dumb, bro. What kind of nonsense is this, bro? We're fifth. We won 1 Premier League, and you're talking about, I'm so glad that Jurgen's a red. He said we win the Premier League, you know, and we did so. Yes. Like, what is this? What's your ambition, rude boy? Like, this is not the time for you to be singing them songs when we're absolutely arse, innit? Like, I don't care. Like, man, I'm gonna say, oh, but it support your thing when you're, yeah, cool. Like, I hear all of that, but that's my thing. That's partly my thing, innit? There's too much loyalty. There's too much. There's too much. Do you know what I mean? Like, supporting. Like, I've got a daughter. I love her to bits, bro. But like, if she's acting up, man's gonna tell her, "Yo,
you're acting up, of course,
you're acting up." Or like, do you know what I mean? She's into this dancing thing now. She's proper into dancing and that. Like, she'll come and she'll do something, and I can tell that she's not involved. She's not in. I'm like, that wasn't it. I was dead. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
you wanted to do better. You're being fair with your criticism.
Yeah, I'm like, no, but it weren't it, innit? Like, I was dead, innit? Like, I can tell you weren't really involved. She's like, right, okay, I don't want him to say that. I should do better. I'm like, that was it. That was sick. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. If you really love someone, then you give them honest critique, like honest criticism. You man are just following this guy blindly. Don't want to sit there and actually point your finger and be like, you know what? I love you, and I'm not sitting here ever saying that Klopp shit. I don't want I love Klopp and I love what he's done for us, but at the same time, whoa. Like, what's going on? And you, man, don't want to do that. No critique, bro. Not one person. He's human, bro. He's human, bro. Do you get it? Breathes, takes a shit. Like, he's a human being. He can get critiqued like anyone else.
That's right. Of course.
Man, talk about, and then critique is like, it's, like, come on, man. So, like, really and truly, at the games, it isn't the time for you to be singing them songs, bro. It's for you to be like, do you know what I mean? Wherever. I get it. I think he's right, but he shouldn't be saying that because he has no right to be saying it. I think he's trying to just, don't say my name in it. We're shaking it, like, don't I don't want to be a part of that, like, like that, like, allow it, like.
Hey, that's you know what? I've never heard any more so much nonsense in my life in regards to him saying that. Like he's saying, don't sing the song until after the game and we won. That's nothing to do with nothing.
Bro,
Because
I'll tell you what, yeah, like, and like I said, like people that know me, people that know my content, do you know what I mean? That I like when I was actually streaming more. Well, I used to come out and say this guy was my dad, bro. Like,
yeah,
and I actually have a father that's in my life, but he's better. I'm not gonna lie. Like, honestly, bro, I was like, no, this guy, bro. So this is family when I'm talking about Klopp. You get it, like, but the way he's been acting publicly, it turns me off, bro. Like I used to go, when we was chasing, we lost the league to City by 1 point, and we went to West Ham.
Okay.
Snowing, heavy snow, like a man come out and said, yo, like the snow, and man ripped him like, oh, this guy and his excuses, and I was there, like, what are you talking about? Did you see the snow though? Like, I'm just asking you though, like, did you see the snow? Brother, some Arundel shit, like, do you know what I mean? Like, oh, bro, come on, man, like, this is magic. Like, I was riding. He was talking that whole heap of where I was with him. Now, I'm like, nah, bro.
I'm not with it.
Nah,
like you're not with it.
Just acting, and I'm just cringing. I'm just cringing. And man started switching at a man, the reporter. No, why are you asking me that? Ask something else. Like, I'm just like, oh, bro, like, take some responsibility and stop being a pussy, man. Like, so yeah, honestly, I just don't really like the way I stopped watching press conferences. I don't do none of that shit. Like, because I can't really be bothered hearing what he's got to say. It's all nonsense. So in terms of him getting, but at the same time, because the question was, how do I feel about him? How do I feel about him getting charged? My man's a pussy, though. I'm not gonna lie, he's an idiot. Referee.
Was it Paul Tierney? I'm not sure.
He's an idiot, bro. I'm telling you, Paul Tierney's a fucking idiot, bro. Not just with us. Like, he's a dumbass. So I kind of like, get me? Tell him to go suck your mum. Whatever he told him, innit? Cool with that. But generally speaking, no.
Yeah, and that's what it's like. That whole don't sing my name. I'm sure they were singing. I'm sure Liverpool fans were in the stand singing his name when games were won. The season Liverpool won the Premier League and the season Liverpool won the Champions League.
It's really arrogant.
That's nothing to do with nothing. Like, I don't get that. Like, the players should be focused on the game, and the players. So the fans shouldn't sing
that's more nonsense to say that's affecting you, bro. Like, what are you actually really doing? Like, you man playing off vibes. Like, no wonder them man can come back from 3-0 down because there's no fucking game plan. Like, you man are sitting there listening to what's being sung in a fucking crowd. Like,
that makes no sense, type of thing. Like, I think that's a get out. So then, what should the fans then not sing anybody's name because the game's done? Does that make them relax? Like, don't get me wrong, people. I understand managers saying wild things in press conferences, whether it's before the match, whether it's after the match, to deflect attention away from the team, but don't use your fans. Use something else.
And I've
heard Fergie say the wildest.
That's one thing as well. Like, that's one thing. Like, he's treating you, man, like lemons, like proper lemons. Like, and you lot, like, I hope you lot know what lemmings are. Like, lemmings don't have they just follow. That's it. Like, you could just fall off the cliff and they'll just fall off with you, because the way you man ride for him, which you should do, to be very honest with you, to some extent, but you should do, yeah. I think that the way in which he knows that, and the connection he's had with our fans, to be so easy to throw them under the bus and to be so dismissive of them and to be so like, I just don't like it, bro. Like, I don't like it. Them ones there, like if anything, the one thing that I say about Liverpool fans is like, bro, you man just suck him too much. Do you get me? For then him to then be like, the least you can do is ride for the fans, because they are on, like, bro, we're 8th, we're dead food, and these men are still loving you. Them ones there, like there's no, like, I'm fighting with my own fans, like that. Oh, you sound like he should go, and and them ones that I'm just doing Klopp out just to troll my own fans, like, them ones there, like, because that's how deep the thingy is. But then you can just throw us fans under the bus so quick and be talking about, nah, like, do you know what I mean? It's just some joke thing, 5-year-olds, and they'll sing my name from my fan base, and it's like, come on, man. Like, I don't like that. I don't really like that. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't like
that. Yeah, it's nuts. Hey, big up you lot. Still over 70 of you lot in the building. Girls up to 60 likes, please. Make sure
Come
you
on, man.
subscribe to the channel as well. We're literally two short. No, one short people. Girls to 6,370 people. We're one subscriber short. Hey, big up Lewis in the chat. He says, imagine
How
being
did you know that
A10.
was the one I
It'd be
was going?
nice. Yeah, I knew, man. I
That
know.
corralled me instantly. How did he just draw for that straight away? He knew, bro.
Hey, Lewis, man, vibes with Super Frankie Lampard, man. It can't get worse than Potter, man.
Fucking
Don't
hell,
worry. On the
Lewis, man.
Q&A tomorrow, people, we will be discussing, you know what I'm saying, Chelsea losing to
Oh,
Arsenal, Super Frankie Lampard, all that good stuff. Big up, Yozo. It's always good to see new people here. Says Saint, first time watching you. What's your take on Klopp's trophy haul over 8 years in total? It's a good question.
very good question. Big up yourself, Yozo, man. I think it's impressive. I do think it's impressive, especially where we've come from. Do you know what I mean? Like we're a big club, arguably the biggest club in Britain, but our trophy haul of recent years has been very stagnated. And so we weren't a Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? We were just winning, and he's just come and added to that and added more. Do you know what I mean? Like we were. Do you know what I mean? And the heights in which he's taken us to, unprecedented. But I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like I'm not one of them ones that or rather, should I say, I'm one of them ones that will say that we should have got more. Like we should have got more. All of these men are talking about he's won everything. Cool. But I would trade you, and any man that says they wouldn't, smoking rocks, bruv. I would trade you the Carabao. I would trade you the FA Cup. I'll trade you the Community Shield. I'll trade you the World Club Cup, rude boy, for another Champions League and another Premier League.
Of course.
I trade you all them cups. Trade you five cups for 2.
Yeah, of course you would, because
Chat to me
there's
about
a hierarchy of cups. There's a tier of cups.
Like,
You know,
bro, like, I'll trade you all of them cups, bro.
Mhm.
Like for them 2 cups. Get it? Like, and
Absolutely.
how close we were to at least the Champions League. That was the one that really hurts me. Like the league was always out of our reach, I think, to be fair. And I never, again, I was doing up quad, but deep down I knew we weren't getting the quad because we weren't playing the football that suggested that we would get the quad. Again, I've been saying this, our patterns of play have been dead from the quad chasing season. That's how real I am. When we were bagging in bare goals, do you know how much man were talking shit to me? Like, bro, I said, bro, this is not going to sustain, bro, because we're not playing great. We're just banging in goals, like, but it's not, the patterns of play are meh. Again, that's why in the last day of the season, we were never even in front. You know, them ones there, we never even really made City sweat. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, because, bruv, if that was City the other way, they would have been 6-0 by half time, bruv. You know, them ones there would have been like, fuck. Yeah, no, bro.
They would have put the pressure on you, look. They would have actually,
Right. So I've been saying that. So yeah, that's what I think about it. I'm just being real in it. Like I respect it because I can never be like, nah, I respect it, bro. Like certain man can't chat shit to us in it. Like of course, like the chat. If I'm honest with you, I've got happier feelings about the Champions League run than I do about the Premier League run.
Okay. Is that because of how it was in COVID and things of that nature? Is that what it was?
Yeah, and COVID, and you know what I mean, the Barca thing, the our run there. Do you know what I mean? I've literally got like after all, and how mad is it? And if we're being honest with you, Liverpool fans in the chat, like after 30 years of chasing something, it was a bit anticlimactical, especially because there was no parade or nothing. And do you know what I mean? Like. Man went and do you know what I mean? The Champions League was, I went to live. Do you get it? I've got memories, you know, them ones there. Right. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like I remember that day when we went down and for the parade, and do you know what I mean? That was big. Like,
yeah.
That actually means more to me than the Premier League. So
no, that's fair. And I think that's a fair assessment. Like Klopp, as good as the job as he's done at Liverpool, should have won more. You know what I'm saying? In that he should have won more there. With all the talent he has, as good as he is, all the talent Liverpool had, they should have won more. It's just one more.
Arrogance. He's just arrogant sometimes. Like he's just too one-track minded. And again, like an example of that is the season in which we came third. Bro, people will laugh, but we could have won that season, bro. We could have won the league.
Wait, what season was that? Which was
when we had no centre backs, bro. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Bro, if man had fixed up early, we could have won. We were first at Christmas. in that season we were first at Christmas, bro. I think. I'm pretty sure we were, and then we lost the centre. And then January, it got shagged.
Yeah,
and
you
then
didn't sign no one else. You didn't sign no centre backs.
we didn't sign no centre backs.
Yeah.
The centre backs.
Did you get
did
Van?
sign-
Was it Virgil Van? Not Virgil. Van.
No, we got Kabak. We got Kabak and what's my man that eventually went? Ben
I know
Davies,
who you're talking about.
Ben
I forgot
Davies
his
in
name.
that. Yeah, like do you see what I'm saying? It was madness. But if he had, and we were doing that because then that's when, and then remember we had what's his name? My man that done what's it called? The thing at the San Siro, bro. Twine man up.
Oh yeah, I forgot his name. But I know who you're talking about.
How's he just gone out, bro? That's why he don't get played, bruv. Man, forgetting about it, bruv. He don't get played.
That Phillips. Yeah. Now Didi Phillips or some called him. You know what I'm saying? And
you just put a bit of comfort, a bit of faith in Nat Phillips. Do you know what I mean? In our bro, we could have won that league, bro. Man was doing that for Fabinho and Henderson for time, bro.
Yeah, you should have went and signed the actual centre back.
And then it was too late, bro. And then by the time he was like, yo, Nat Phillips decent, you know, you're right, you know, that, bro. He's your centre back. What are you doing in flipping training to not have bro? You're so one track minded, bro. Fabinho, yeah, you could do, and then that was it. It wasn't a stopgap. You do this while I try and figure out what I want. No, brother. Man don't want to talk about that. We come out and we've got one Premier League, bro. That man.
Yeah, the one Premier League is bad. That's a terrible return for the players.
As good as we were. As good as we were. You could go into any, bro. We were the best footballing team in the world. Like, listen to me. Like at that time, like, I saying to man, we're winning the Champions League this year, bro. No one ain't saying nothing. Like, yeah, you know what? They really could still.
They might, yeah.
Like, bro, to be that good and only come on, man.
Now you right. You right. I've said it already, but people just think I'm hating when I'm saying it's a poor return for as good as Klopp.
Poor return for how good we were. And when you say that, like it's not shade. It's actually showing you, like, bro, how good we were. It must have been the worst time for you in your life, bro. We were so good, bro.
It's the best Liverpool side I've seen ever in my life.
Ever. This is what
I've seen some good ones.
That's the one thing that I gotta give Klopp, the best Liverpool. He's giving me some of the best times. But if I'm honest with you, bro, like, I could take all of that. Just give me what. You know, see all of them things I said for two. Fuck it. Just give me one. Just give me. You can take all of them. What was that? Like 4 trophies. 4 for 1, bro. Look at the exchange rate on that, bro. Just give me one. Just give me another Premier League. Yeah, that, like, bro. Take that. I'll take that.
First, I understand that because I would trade FA Cups, you know what I'm saying, and League Cups that Manchester United have won for a Premier League or another Champions League.
Bro, give us nothing last. We got domestic double last season. Give us absolutely squat. We got no cups, bro. We got no cups, and we came second. I don't care. We're doing Arsenal last season. I don't care, bruv. But please let us have had 2 Premier Leagues, yeah? I can't tap the man, bro. Klopp could be doing also. I mean, you have a different saying up here, you know? Man will be, can't tap the Klopp, you know? Can't tap the man,
you can't, like, the criticism of him, like, is much tougher to criticize.
Marcel, bro, you would love Matt, bruv. I'll be like, listen, Klopp can do whatever he wants, bruv. Like, what, we lost a Bournemouth? Allow it. Like, do you mean? Bro.
Well, I'm looking here because Marcel's saying Flawless is going along with all this. I know damn well you don't believe we could have won the league that year. So you might are talking about 20. You said the season you finished 3rd, right? 2021. I was trying to remember the league. And United finished 2nd, City finished 1st. So I'm looking here and you only lost 3 more games than City.
Bro.
You only lost 3 more games than City. I'm looking here.
People are not listening to me, bruv. Like, come on, man. Like, we could have won that league, bro.
Like, if you go and sign someone in the, because if you're top at January and you go sign 2 centre backs, which you are capable of, you finish above us and you're in contention. I do agree. I'm not saying you would have definitely, but you should have competed for that.
Bro, we were in, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we were far closer than, like, and man, again, this is why I know what it will be like if we get 4th, because I've seen it. Because, man, I've seen it. We were 7th and went on a dumb 10-game unbeaten run. Like, and then Thiago was doing shower things. Then people weren't sitting there thinking, yo, big man, we could have won this league. Man, we're like, yo, we came 3rd Champions League. So I'm like, bro, this is just history repeating itself. Man, I'm gonna sit there and think, yo, what the fuck? Man, I'm gonna be like, yo, after all of that, we came fourth, done, no. Man, I'm gonna forget. Do you know, like that? And it's like, oh, it's long, man.
Nah, facts. And now myself, I'm not saying you should have won it. I'm saying you should have competed for that title. That's fair.
We
If
weren't
you were top
competing
at
for that
Christmas,
title, bro. We were
you should.
competing for flipping top 4. And it's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
No, I'm talking about the 2021
Yeah,
season
this
when
is
you
what I'm
finished
saying.
third.
We weren't
Oh
competing
yeah,
for the title. We were competing for top 4, and we should have been. We should have been, bro.
should have
Like,
been. You literally lost 3. You literally lost 3 less games than City. You drew 9. That's what killed you, lot. You drew 9 games. Because even the goals against, you can see the 10 more goals in City, which isn't good. So is our better centre backs worth at least 5 of those goals? Yes, which then puts you closer to Manchester City. Like I said,
and you know what was sad as well is like, and that's why as well is like, I remember it. It's like Burnley and their teams, yeah, is we weren't losing games. So he didn't think there was a problem. But because he had sucked the engine at the time, and Fabinho wasn't this Fabinho, like Fabinho was crud Fabinho, because he wasn't in the midfield and like enabling play, we weren't able to really function. We were just drawing a bag of games, you know, them ones there. And it weren't really our defense, it was actually our attack. We weren't able to put away, but we weren't able to create the amount of chances because we didn't have the stability in the midfield. They were sucked in doing up centre back. Do you get it? Like, people don't realize this shit. Like,
yeah, that adds to it. It's right. I'm not saying again, people in the chat, that Liverpool should have won the league. What I'm saying is, you were the defending champions. You should have invested more heavily. Definitely should have, and you should have invested in January as well. You definitely should have, 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's overall to me. I'm not saying you should have won the league, but Saint has a point. And Saint definitely has a point in regards to that. Like, if Klopp's as good as manager as you say he is, like, do better. Even before the injuries. Like you said, you was top by Christmas. So therefore, you're capable. Yes, your centre backs being injured is a problem. Go and sign 2 centre backs. It should not be Fabinho and Henderson.
You signed a centre back and never played him. Not saying you should have played him, but why are you signing him? Why did you sign Ben Davies? Just for some joke thing. Signed Kabak because you could get, he was peanuts. You know them ones there. And you had Nat Phillips there the whole time, but didn't have confidence in him until man went and done up. Do you know what I mean? Flipping, dubsing up man in San Siro, then you're like, raw. Then man actually became like, raw, this guy in the air is decent. I was like, it's like he finds out about players on the pitch. What's going on in training, bro? Like, what the fuck, man?
Nah, I hear you,
man buys Gakpo, puts him on the wing, then he's like, no, that don't work, bro. Let's make him, let's make him Roberto Firmino successor. But it seemed like it seemed like I saw him come up with that. You know, them ones there. It didn't seem like there was a plan that, no, this is what we do. Like, what?
Yeah, nah, I hear you, fam. I get what you're saying. Warrior J says score prediction for the Fulham game, saying as well.
I think we win that.
Yeah, I think you lot win that as well. 110%, I think so.
It's mad, yeah, because after I've said all of this shit, we know we're gonna go on some like 10-game unbeaten run. Man are gonna be like,
I can see you lot winning all the rest of your
games. That's the
games.
thing. That's the weakest thing. So can I? But like I said, like that's an indictment on this fucking league at the moment.
Yeah,
like,
the league is
plus, to be fair, we got a lot of people coming back. So like Diaz coming back. Our team is now and like if you got a boxer, yeah, who can box and he's wham and all of that, he's going to bang man up. Do you get it?
Of course.
When he gets to the upper echelons, yeah, that's when he's going to actually need a trainer. Do you know what I mean? He's going to need more than just his natural ability. Do you know what I mean? You're going to have to need someone who can strategically put that all together to fight the higher quality opponents. We are a boxer that's well stacked. We got the Luis Diaz, the Gakpos, the Salahs, do you know what I mean? We're gonna bad up teams, bro. Like, do you know them ones there? We are not as bad as say a Chelsea. We've got a machine. As much as it needs oil, it's still a machine. We know how it runs somewhat, and we've got the players to somewhat, do you know what I mean, make it work. It's when you start talking about the upper echelons of the consistency of like the actual, do you know what I mean? And beating these teams with like man, the way man are talking to Arsenal, they would never talk to Arsenal like that if it was us that they were going against. Do you get what I'm saying?
Elaborate, go on, fam. I get the point you're making, but elaborate on that. That's a great point.
It's the level of consistency that comes from mentality, patterns of play, freshness in squad, all of that. Do you know what I mean? Tactical, like nous in games and all of that. All of that is what City have in abundance. Is why no one here, even Arsenal fans, everyone knows it's done.
Yeah, that's true.
If we were in City's position, a lot more people would have faith because we don't have that level of consistency. Do you get it? Like, even though we do you know what I mean? Our level of consistency is high, but let's be honest, we are always subject to them ones there. Like with City, people like it's a wrap, it's done. It's that level of certainty that we don't. Do you see what I'm saying?
You don't have that anymore. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, and it's like that's like City falling off are not winning the league, bro. City are never going to be in our position. Do you know them ones there where they fall
they'll never be outside the top 4. Not a chance.
Never, because of how, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
not a chance.
So it's
a bad season for you lot, which like I say, people.
But score prediction. 3-2.
Yeah, you're saying 3-2. All right, first.
We probably go 2-0 up or some shit.
And then concede 2 and then score a late one. You're a joker, fam. I swear down. Elias said, speaking of that same thing, well, similar topic we've spoken on. Will you win all your remaining games playing as you are?
Yes. Which isn't
it's not praise. It's not praise for you, love.
It's not praise on us. Like, but I think we will probably end up winning. We've got enough for us to be able to win. I don't see anyone really. Like Brentford, maybe.
I think there's definitely a possibility. Unfortunately, as much as I love like you lot, especially the majority of the games being at Anfield as well. And then, like I said, I think away to Southampton also.
That's exactly it. They're all at Anfield.
Yeah.
Marcel 2-0, bro. Our defense is shaky, bro. So I think we'll win. I just don't see no clean sheets, bro. Our defense is shaky.
Well, first, you said you don't think they're going to finish top 4, and it's looking like Liverpool are finishing 5th, which I do think so. So then, what is the aim for next season? Let's say Klopp has a good window. Let's say it's a 7, 8 out of 10 window. What is it?
Yeah.
So you got Europa League.
That song kind of bang.
I don't even know what that song is. What's the song? I don't even know what it is, fam.
Thursday nights and Europa nights or some shit. I need to get a little melody. It actually kind of bangs. Like, it's not the job, but it does bang. But it gives me a little.
It does actually. It's bad still, but yeah.
Bro, what's the question?
What was the question? Expectations for next season. How are you looking at it? So you got obviously Premier League, Europa League, FA Cup, and League Cup. What are you looking for first and foremost in the Premier League? Are you looking for a title challenge? Are you looking to win the Premier League? Like, what is it? Are you looking for top 4? Like, what are you looking at next season?
I said this early, early on in the season, that Klopp has changed my. What did I say? What was it? Actually, how did I put this? I had an identity change. I didn't know who I was. Klopp had changed me. I didn't know who I was. I was the person that was challenging. I knew every season. When you asked me that, it wasn't even a thing. That wouldn't be a thing. It wasn't even a question. You know, that one's it. That question is irrelevant now.
It would have been. It would have been. Are you going to win it? That would have been the question.
Yes, exactly. And that's who I've been. I've been I've been the smooth guy at school, bro. Getting chicks. The teachers are on, man. Bro, I've been hella smooth, bro. You dumb, bro. Like, but I've not even had to work. Don't have game, bro. I just like Then all of a sudden, the man got spots and that. I'm ugly, bro. Man, buttons, bro. I said, what's going on right now? Right? Like, I don't know who I am, bro. So I don't know, like, right now. Like, like that. I'm like, bro, I got to reevaluate myself. Like, I don't know I don't really know what's going on. Like I think personally, we might have slipped into a top 4 challenge inside.
Okay.
That might be, that might be. It's unfortunate, but you'd have to allow me to Don Dada Diamond. Yes, 1000%. But you'd have to let me see the transfer window before I could really give you any.
Yeah, I hear that. So all right, so let's say you have a good window then. Let's say it's a great window. Let's say it's an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 window. Then what is the expectations?
Top 4 and title challenge. When I say challenge, I don't think we're winning the title, but I would
Are you
like
saying to be involved in the conversation?
Yeah, like
Okay.
that. Like I don't think you go from where we are. I don't think this was a fluke. Do you know them ones there? And I just definitely don't think you go from here to like actually mounting a formidable to go basically go back to where we were. You know them ones there quick. So a lot of people think that's gonna happen. I don't. But what I would like is for us to comfortably be in a Champions League, playing. Do you know what I mean? And for us to do that, to be listen to the adjectives I'm using, comfortably. To be comfortably in the Champions League spots means that you've played consistently well. Meaning that, do you get it? So the level, all that I'm talking about, patterns of play, it would have had to have improved in order for us to be in those spots, because we would have been having to win consistently. Do you get it? Like that man there, like the Arsenals, even that they might not win the league, but Arsenal's, for them to be in the position they are in, there's no fluke. They've had to win consistently playing football. Man City have had to do the same. Newcastle and you lot, whoever ends up in those. Do you see what I'm saying? So yeah, if we can be in that, and I mean, like, yo, we're playing good football, like, yeah, like we're actually, yeah, I'm happy, bro. I'm happy, bro. And then, yeah, I'm saying I could say the season after that, we could actually maybe, yeah, all right, we're getting back to where we're going. Cool.
That's fair. All right, man. Fair enough. What about Europa League? You looking at winning that? Were you saying you don't care for it? What is it?
The manner, I would love to win it. Again, shameless. I say all of this bullshit, but you got to put on your shameless hat. Yeah, you want everything, man.
No, of course you want to win it. I'm still.
Yeah, come on, yeah, cool. It's another trophy. Man wants to win trophy. A trophy. We're in Europe, and do you get it? Like we can't win Champions League. Boom. Like I really thought we were going to win Europa League that year with what's his name, Unai Emery's team. Villarreal, was it Villarreal? The Villarreal, the ones that slapped us. That bro.
So I think it was Sevilla.
It was Sevilla. It was Sevilla. It was
about that.
Origi and that. Bro, we should have won that. But yeah, like you know what I mean. And obviously, it's cool because obviously we won the Champions League and that. But yeah, I would like the Europa. So I hope we win that. But in all honesty, I don't think we play at the moment good enough football in order to win that. I know Sevilla. Sorry.
So this would be an improved. So obviously, and like I said, the question I asked people was not only this is Liverpool next season with a good window. So that's why I added that in there in particular. It's with a good window.
With a good window, With a good window. Yeah, my expectations.
Yeah, expectations. You're saying title. You're saying comfortably in top 4.
My expectation comfortably in the Champions League and bring home Europa League. Yeah.
No, that's fair. That's fair enough, because that's where I've been at previously.
Fuck title challenge. Fuck title challenge.
But you're saying no title challenge. You're saying comfortable in the top 4 win Europa League.
Yeah, bring me 3rd or 4th in the league. Like, do you know what I mean? Not like 6th and everyone's shit and then you sneak 4th. Like actually consistently 4th and bring me Europa League. Those are my expectations, because I do think with a good summer and a bolstered squad, I think we are the best team in the Europa League. So do you know what I'm saying? That's not a high expectation for me. Like, we're in the league. I do not think we're mounting the level of consistency that's needed. Do you know what I mean? Isn't even with a good
Fair. Well, Marcel said here, if Arsenal can miss out on top 4 last season and then challenge this season, why can't we do that?
Because they were in a far better place. Like we were on a decline with a lot of. Do you know what I mean? And we unless Klopp's getting, which I think he probably will, because again, like I said, he don't really do plan B. This is getting exactly the same type of players to try and do exactly the same type of thing, which I don't think will work just as well anyways, because we've seen, do you know what I'm saying? I personally don't think we can just go straight from that. they Arsenal were on the increase.
Mhm.
They are ahead of the curve, but people always,
Mhm.
I could see that they were going to do better than last season. Do you know them ones there? Like I
Mhm.
could see that they were comfortably going to be in top four. So I said, do you know what I'm saying? And if
You
they
did, you
miss
did
out,
call that. You did say that. I didn't
and
see it, but you did say that.
exactly, and if they miss out on the league and are in second, they are comfortably in. Like, do you know what I mean? But obviously
Mhm.
they are above the curve because they have been in a formidable title challenge.
Mhm.
So much so that you could actually say that they bottled it. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Oh yeah, they definitely balled it. But now I hear the point that you're making, exactly what you're saying, and that's what it is. Like a lot of the top like 6 teams are in that situation of, all right, we're all looking for our team to go up a level. But Manchester City, everyone's looking at their team to go up a level.
yeah.
I'm from a Manchester United perspective. Obviously, with the window being good, I'm expecting a title challenge. If our window's good, title challenge, 110%, without doubt. I'm not saying we win it, because I don't think we're the best team in it, and that's unfair of me to expect my team, if I don't think it's the best, to go and win the Premier League. But I believe that with improvements, we go and challenge for that. Obviously, Champions League, I've said quarterfinals, bare minimum. I don't care who we play, quarterfinals, bare minimum. And then obviously FA Cup and League Cup, you target them as always, as you always should. Like we won the League Cup, we're in the FA Cup final, so we should be targeting those 2 competitions with a bet. We should at least aim to equal that with a better team. So I'll be looking at Ten Hag and the players with that. But again, that's with a good window. If we don't have one, hey, Lord help us. That's what I would say to that. And I think Liverpool are in the same boat, needing a good window. Chelsea need a good window, but not in terms of signing players, in terms of players leaving. Spurs need both as well. So we'll see. Obviously, City is City. And Arsenal, they need to have a good window because they got a kick on. They got a kick on. Now, Black Diamond, I'm not even saying, because you're saying third season, Ten Hag must challenge. I'm saying if we have a good window this summer coming, I'm expecting a title challenge because we were just short this season. And understandably so. That's why I went critical of him for us falling out of a title charge, because the team's nowhere near good enough. However, I've seen what he can do with this lot. So if he improves further, we should be in a title challenge next season. Not win it, but we should be in the conversation. But
People
again,
don't.
that's a good window.
I don't think this era, because everything is so like sensationalized. You say title challenge and you think you're gonna win the league. It's like no. There is a difference between a title challenge and actually saying like, do you know what I mean? We should win it. You know what I mean?
Facts. Until I think we have a team, one, that is either the best in the league, or two, I think the team is capable of winning a league title. And therefore, that's when I'll say, all right, you got to deliver. Like third, fourth seasons are 100% Black Diamond, of course, with good windows and improving the team, of course. You know what I'm saying? But I give him, in terms of like winning, like I'm looking at season 3 and season 4, like, all right, let's deliver. But season 2, you're ahead of the curve. So I have to change the objectives because you've over exceeded my current expectations. So therefore, if you can get this close with this team and be sure of a title challenge next season, if we make improvements, again, 3 or 4 players, then all right, challenge. Because you almost did it this season. We should not be going backwards. We should be top 3. Obviously, depending on other things that are going on with other teams as well. But yeah, he needs at least 5 more players. I agree with you, Black Diamond. But let's say we get 3 of those, then I expect a 3-player improvement. We reach both domestic cup finals, so that should be the aim next season, with a better team and a better squad. We've been in 4th, we're closing in on 3rd, so that should be the aim to get better next season. Champions League, I'll give him a blind because there's not really a metrics to judge from. Get out of the group stages and win a knockout tie, just to get these players experience. And then quarterfinals is quarterfinals. Like if we draw Real Madrid, long day. But we move. Hey, you lot, continue to bump up the likes, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget, we're live in 15 minutes, people, on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch for the Warriors-Lakers Game 1 Western Conference semifinals, which is a series I'm very much looking forward to. So I hope to see all of you lot over there. Marcel said, I think we win another title before Arsenal. What do you think, Saint? Them man don't have the minerals. I think they will fall away, in my opinion. It's tough. It's a tough question.
It's a tough question, bro. I'm not even gonna. I'm trying to give it the like. I'm not just be like, yeah, of course, yeah. I'm trying to actually give it the. Someone put in the group chat the other day. Do we think that Trent wins another Premier League? Do we see it? Like, boy, it's hard, man.
It's very tough.
I think we'd win a league before. I think we'd win a league before Arsenal. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
When that is, but yeah. He made that question easier because you gave me. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I do think we win a league, a title before Arsenal.
And yeah, Black Diamond with United and many other things, it's on ownership, it's on transfer windows going well, it's on managers and all these things. That's why I find it tough to answer, oh, what will a team do beforehand and that. Like if Arsenal have a fantastic window, they're gonna challenge again to me if they have a great
100.
window. 100%, like it is. But if they have a bad window, I don't see it. Same with Manchester United. If we have a great window, we can challenge. Liverpool, if they have a great window, are capable of challenging. It's all on the window. This transfer window is so important for so many teams for different reasons. Like I said, Chelsea, not so much incomings but outgoings in regards to their team. Who's the manager they have? That can change
That's
the
the biggest.
outlook on Chelsea.
That's the biggest incoming for them, bro. Who's the
Yeah.
manager?
Who's the
Biggest.
manager? Like, yeah, that's it. But we're gonna close out, people. We're here every Tuesday, midnight, or if not midnight, slightly after. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the share button, make sure you subscribe. If this is your favorite show, there is a playlist for it on the channel. So all you have to do is go to the playlist and have a look for this show, Man United Analysis at Anfield podcast, so the Manchester United Liverpool show, and you'll see it there. And then the list is there. I update it on a weekly basis so you can see all the shows. Big up to everybody who's listening on the audio platforms as well. You lot are real ones. Saying anything else you want to add, my bro, before we bounce?
Nah, man. Yeah, man. Let's do up 5 in a row and that. Let's keep this going. Big up everyone that's in the chat. Please hit that like button on your way out. Like, please. And go follow Flawless on the Twitch. Sorry I was late. But yeah, man.
It's all good, man. You made it. It's here, man. It's all good. But yeah, like Saint mentioned it there, live on the Twitch in just under 15 minutes for that Warriors Lakers game 1, people. So head over to the Twitch, and then we're back here today. What we got coming up? Yeah, then we're back on the Twitch again for the Manchester City West Ham game. So you'll get that watch along Manchester City West Ham, and then the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. What for City West Ham?
No, for City West Ham. For Lakers Warriors.
Oh yeah, Warriors win. Warriors win. I forget you're a basketball guy. Yeah. Warriors win. I don't see how the Warriors live with the Lakers. I said Warriors in 5.
Yeah, I would have to probably agree with you, to be fair.
You saying Warriors in what? Warriors in 5 though?
I'm within 5, bro. I don't see this go 7, bro. I don't
I'm like, yo, I don't. The Warriors got too many shooters. Got too many shooters. Like, who's shutting them down?
Is AD healthy?
There. Yeah, AD's healthy,
but
he's like at the paint. You know what I'm saying? By the rim defender.
And they got rid of bare man that they needed. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't know. When they had shooters, and then they just went and just like cleared off the roster.
Not that good. Like, yeah, you got LeBron, you got AD, but it's like, oh, this is not going to be enough. Like.
They had Rondo. Remember when they had Rondo just coming in doing bits, and they had what's my man?
Russ.
Russ. Yeah, I mean, they just cleared out the roster. I just don't think they got enough. Bro.
Like Steph just coming off a 50 piece. Like, yo, it's it's not like I'm literally watching the Knicks Heat right now. It's 96 apiece, 4 minutes. 35 on the clock in the 4th quarter.
Oh, swear that.
Yeah.
Catch that still.
Well, yeah, man. Love to everyone that has locked in. Big up all of you lot. So, like I said, Manchester City West Ham tomorrow on technically today on the Twitch. Start 15 minutes before kickoff. Then your Sarcasm City Sports Q&A slightly earlier, 11:30 p.m. And then following that, what NBA game is it next? What? I'm trying to remember what NBA game is tomorrow. Bear with me, people. 1 second. Just literally doing the Googles. I think it's the Celtics 7-6. Yes, Celtics 7-6 at 1 a.m. tomorrow. Game 2, obviously the 7-6ers with the surprise win in game 1. But yeah, man, love to everyone that's locked in. Check out the upcoming live stream schedule here on the YouTube and on the Twitch. Let you know all of the shows that are coming up. But this has been the Manchester United Liverpool show live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in, and see you lot on the Twitch.